Hi, YouTubers. Something important, something kind of damn important. So, I'm in the garage again, smoking a nice big ass cigar, as in the big ass cigar for life. The housekeeping. Smoking this Gran Habano cigar, nice big ass cigar, is the big ass cigar for life. Anyway, that's a housekeeping. Is the Gran Habano Caro Joe number 5. That's the housekeeping big ass cigar, as the big ass cigar for life. Anyway, so it's a very sunny Saturday afternoon. It's not that it was rainy earlier, so we got a lot of rain earlier in the morning. So this morning was really crappy and really shitty. It was really rainy this morning. So this morning was really crappy. A lot of rain. I made a video of me smoking a pipe on camera, nice big ass pipe, like a big ass cigar, and it was really rainy when I did that video about 3 hours ago. Now it's really sunny outside here in Massachusetts. We say Massachusetts. Be so damn cold here, damn hot here, damn. Yeah. So I understand a lot of people wanted to see me smoke a pipe. So I said, well, what the hell? It's like, what the hell? I'll smoke a pipe on camera, I normally don't take requests, I normally don't take, subscriber requests, but I say, what the hell? It's like, I owe it to my subscribers. I'll smoke a pipe on camera, Anyway, so, yeah, so I had a good day today. My parents and I are getting takeout tonight. We're getting takeout from a restaurant in my town, and yeah, so I'll probably get a burger, a nice big ass burger like the big ass cigar, and probably get some French fries. Yeah, not very healthy, but obviously I do it once a week. Yeah, once a week I kind of treat myself to some not so healthy food. Because honestly, you can't live in a world where it's like you never treat yourself. You never treat yourself to fast food. It's like because that way, if you do that crap, it's like you're gonna be really miserable. It's like I mean, you have to once in a while treat yourself to fast food, pizza, burgers, or when I went off, pizza, burgers, ice cream, that kind of stuff. Because honestly, if you never have a slice of pizza, you never have a burger, you never have some French fries, you're going to be kind of miserable because you're just going to be too conservative. It's like, there's a difference between being safe and being, cautious and, watching, your calorie portions versus being a complete, hypochondriac. If you never have, a taste of ice cream, you're just living in a fantasy world. It's like, and yeah, people can, bitch and whine and say, oh, you're a stupid fatty, you probably smell like BO, you probably don't wipe your butt when you use the bathroom, you stupid fatty, fatty, fat, whatever. It's like, people that are bitches or bastards, and whatever. And as I've discussed before on my channel, it's not a very pleasant smell when you're talking about somebody who's 400 pounds who hasn't showered for a week. It's like, not a very pleasant smell. Yeah, so I can kind of understand where people are coming from that perspective, because if you've been in a Walmart, for example, you've seen the people who are, not trying to dox people, whatever, but you see the people who are 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds. Honestly, it's kind of gross. It's like, I can kind of understand where people are coming from. So, but anyway, I mean, you have to once in a while treat yourself, and you're not going to become 400 pounds from having one hamburger once a week, or one soda once a week. It's like it's when how do you become 300, 400, 500 pounds? Not encouraging anybody by any means, but how do you become that weight from eating a tremendous amount of food? How I became I'm like 230 pounds right now, and I should be like 170, 175. How I became this weight is because I eat way too damn much. It's like, if you eat the recommended amount, which is, under 2,000 calories a day, you're not going to gain it. You're going to be a pretty normal weight. I'm probably eating somewhere around 3,000 calories a day at my current weight. Yeah, I should be a lot less than I am now. And yeah, I'm probably eating between 2,800 and 3,300 calories per day. And that's probably part of the reason why, maybe not that much, but that's part of the reason why, yeah, I'm decently overweight. I'm pretty fat ass, like the big ass cigar. And yeah, the trolls are going to be bitches, they're going to be bastards and say, smell your armpits, probably smell like BO and onions and sour milk and radishes, nasty ass onion armpits, whatever, screw them, whatever. So, yeah, so, yeah, I mean, how I became this weight, how I became 230 pounds, because, a couple of years ago, I was a lot less than I am now. I'm about 220 a couple of years ago, and before that, I was like 215, 210. It's like, yeah, how I became this weight is from eating way too damn much. And I can tell you even right now, even after losing about 20 pounds, I, excuse me, I still eat way too damn much, way too damn much. I mean, I had an entire container of mashed potatoes for lunch, and that's way too damn much food. It's like, there's a lot of carbohydrates in potatoes, no protein, and that's probably way too damn much. And I'm going to have, in a few hours, I'm going to have a burger. It's like, I eat way too damn much. I'm the first one to admit, I can tell you right now where I'm getting a lot of my calories from. It's like, yeah, so, yeah, you don't become like, 220, 230, 250, 260, 270 just overnight from having one milkshake. It's like, or one candy bar. You have to, in order to gain weight, you have to do it consistently. That's why last year in 2021, last year in 2021, how I gained that 10 pounds, between February and May of 2021 was from consistently eating crap, eating crappy foods, shitty foods, consistently drinking lots and lots of orange juice, consistently drinking lots and lots of soda, eating lots and lots of fast food, eating lots of high fatty foods, lots of candy, for example. And yeah, the trolls are going to be bitches, they're going to be bastards and say, your armpits probably smell like sour milk and onions, you probably don't wipe your butt crack, and yeah, screw them. It's like, so, yeah, so that, I can tell you right now, that's how I gained the 10 pounds between February and May of 2021. And my nutritionist was very pissed. She was very pissed because she's like, at this point in your life, you want to be losing weight. It's like, you don't want to be gaining weight. You want to be losing weight. Yeah, the more weight I lose, the better. But back to what I was saying about how you have to consistently eat, you have to consistently eat crappy foods to gain weight. Yeah, so you don't just automatically, if you have one glass of orange juice, one big glass of orange juice, you don't just automatically gain 10 pounds. It's like, you have to do it consistently. If you have 3 or 4 big glasses of orange juice each week, that is going to add up over time. The amount of sugars, the amount of carbohydrates, the amount of calories is going to add up over time. If you have one glass of orange juice, one glass of soda once a week, or like once every 10 days, like I said before on my channel, that doesn't do a lot of damage to your body. It's the same thing as alcohol. It's like, I can't glorify alcohol in any way, shape, or form, nor would I, but it's like, having 1 or 2 alcoholic drinks a week for a healthy adult man or healthy adult woman doesn't do a whole lot to your body, because your body can naturally, your liver can naturally filter out those toxins. Same thing with, crappy foods in general. your body can naturally filter out, toxins like, sugar and carbohydrates and fat and saturated fat, even small amounts of trans fat, which shouldn't even be legal. It's like, yeah, your body can naturally filter out those toxins. But when you overload your body, you overload your circuits, you overload your system, and you have like 4 or 5 big glasses of orange juice every week, it's going to add up over time. Even having once, my doctor once told me, even having one small can of soda a day can really add up over time. Even one small can a day can actually hurt you. Not hurt you as in, like that, but hurt you as, and, can really, really hurt you. So, as they say, everything in moderation, like I've said before on my channel, everything in moderation is the key. So, yeah, it's like, things add up over time. Yeah, having fast food, going to McDonald's, going to Taco Bell once a week probably doesn't do a whole lot to your body. It doesn't do jack shit, nothing, but I mean, it doesn't do that much to your body. But if you go to Taco Bell or McDonald's every single day or every other day, or even 3 or 4 times a week, it's going to add up over time. You are going to gain weight. It's like, and some people put it around their belly, some people put it around their thighs, some people put it around their body in general, and yeah, definitely it's going to add up. Where I got the fatty liver from was not from alcohol intake. I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not a heavy drinker, I'm not a drug user. I'm not a drug user. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not somebody who drinks that much alcohol in general. I do drink alcohol, but I don't drink that much. Where I got that little bit of scarring in my liver from was from excessive ice cream, And ice cream is one of those foods that's very bad for you. People think it's good because of the calcium. Hell no. Hell to the no. I have pretty much exclusively cut out ice cream entirely. It is terrible for you. Ice cream is loaded with sugar, loaded with fat, loaded with saturated fat, loaded with cholesterol. It's very bad for you. And over time, over a course of about 12 weeks, consistently eating, 2 or 3 gallons of ice cream a week, really added up over time. It totally fucked up my triglycerides and my cholesterol. It totally messed up my weight, and it also totally messed up my liver function. It elevated my ALT and my AST liver function because it's too much for your body. Your body naturally can't filter out, 2 or 3 gallons of ice cream a week. It's like, so that's what led to the little bit of scarring in the liver. It's like, because your body can't filter out the toxins. It's like, same thing with like, alcohol. It's like, some people get a fatty liver due to alcohol. Actually, a lot of people get a fatty liver due to alcohol. Yeah, if you have like one alcoholic drink a week or even one alcoholic drink a day, it probably won't do that much damage to you. But if you're just sitting there, chugging bourbon, chugging whiskey, chugging Jack Daniels all day long, chugging margaritas all day long, or tequila or gin or rum or vodka or beer, it's like, 6-pack a day, or 6 glasses of wine a day, of course, or 6 glasses of champagne a day, of course it's going to do damage to you. Of course your body's not going to be able to filter out those toxins. And also you get into all kinds of bullshit. It's like, all kinds of bullshit, you get into like severe acute pancreatitis, not pancreatic cancer, pancreatitis. You get into all kinds of crap, higher chance you're going to get caught, driving drunk because you're impaired, higher chance you're going to get into all kinds of crap, terrible crap. And that's why if you're going to drink alcohol at all, obviously I can't glorify it, but I mean, drink in moderation. It's like, plain and simple. It's like, if you're going to drink at all, drink in moderation. It's like, same thing with the ice cream. It's like, yeah, it's fine to go once or twice a week and get a small cone of ice cream at, Dairy Queen or, your local McDonald's. But when you're having, 3 gallons of ice cream a week like I was, it, of course, it's going to totally fuck up your liver function and totally mess up your cholesterol and totally mess up this this crap is crap. It's like, of course it is. Because your body just cannot handle that much sugar. It's like, also, it's terrible for you. It's not just the cholesterol, it's not just the weight, it's not just your blood pressure, it's not just your liver function, but also the long term risk of diabetes, the long term risk of all kinds of crap. It's like, so bottom line is do things in moderation. Don't be an idiot like me. Don't be an idiot or a stupid fool like me and do things like excessively. It's like, there's a time and place for everything. It's like, but be careful. It's like, because it can be very easy to get into bad habits. I mean, like, for example, snacking is a terrible habit. Snacking is a terrible habit. And there's a lot of people, including people in my family, including me included, who can get into very bad habits with snacking. Wow, it looks like it's going to rain right now. I can't really show you guys, but it looks like it's going to pour right now. So, yeah, I mean, snacking is a terrible habit. Sitting on the couch with a bag of chips, bag of potato chips, a bag of Cheez-Its, bag of, popcorn, and, nice big ass popcorn like the big ass cigar, and just sitting there with a drink, and just, eating popcorn, eating chips. It's like, it's a terrible habit. It's terrible for you. And potato chips are also terrible for you. They don't have much sugar. It's like, potato chips are low in sugar, but they're loaded with carbohydrates. They're loaded with fat. It's like, yeah, so, take my word for it. It's like, there's nothing wrong with, treating yourself like once a week to a small amount of, crappy, shitty food. But when you start doing it like every single day, that's where you're going to see problems. You're going to see your cholesterol, your triglycerides, your liver function, your blood sugar get all messed up. So, anyway, so yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way. I really learned my lesson the hard way regarding a lot of stuff like that. I really had to learn my lesson the hard way and say, gee, it's like, maybe I shouldn't have like 2 gallons of ice cream a week. Maybe I shouldn't, have, the largest thing I can get on a fast food menu. It's like, and yeah, it's like, and people might say, hey, Smokey Essie, but you're gluten free. You're gluten free. You follow a gluten free diet. Don't people, lose weight on a gluten free diet? Nope. It's like, even if you're gluten free, even if you're celiac, it's like, you can still definitely gain weight. It's like, you know, so, just because I'm gluten free, just because I'm not eating the traditional, fat people food, which is, traditional fat people food, which is the burger, the burrito, the fried chicken at KFC, doesn't mean I'm not going to gain weight. It's like, things like ice, the Frosties at Wendy's, those are obviously gluten free or gluten sensitive. Yeah, it's like, those are loaded with sugar. They're not made with gluten. They're not made with wheat flour, but they're loaded with sugar. They're loaded with fat. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's like, Wendy's has, or McDonald's has salads, like chicken salads, like grilled chicken salads, and they're obviously gluten sensitive or gluten friendly, but they still have calories in there. Salad dressing is gluten free, but it's loaded with fat, loaded with calories. There's a lot of places like there's a restaurant near me where you can get gluten sensitive French fries. The French fries are gluten sensitive. They might be cooked in the same oil, but they're gluten sensitive. But French fries are terrible for you. Just because they're gluten free doesn't mean they're. Yeah, don't get the impression. Don't believe any of this BS, this bullshit about, gluten-free diet is the best way to lose weight. It's like, no. It's really only intended for somebody who has a severe intolerance or severe whatever, or celiac. So it's like, don't believe it's like, oh, if I go gluten-free, I will automatically lose like 30 pounds. It's complete fucking bullshit, total bullshit, bullshit can be bullshit, but you get the point. Oop, I hear thunder. Oop, I hear thunder in the air. So glad I'm in the garage because it's starting to thunder outside. And I'm almost at the end of the cigar anyway, so almost at 20 minutes. Not gonna make this video too long. So yeah, don't believe any of that bull about, you know, oh, you if you go on a gluten-free diet, you're automatically gonna lose like 20 or 30 pounds. It's the best way to lose weight. And really, like I said before, it's really only for somebody who can't properly digest gluten. Those are the people who really have to be gluten-free. If you can properly digest gluten, it's actually recommended you stay on a regular diet with, you know, wheat, barley, and rye, because you're actually losing essential nutrients in the food. So you know, there are nutrients in the wheat, the barley, the rye, you know, in rye bread, or, you know, whole wheat, whatever. You know, there are nutrients, and you're losing those nutrients. So yeah, don't believe these bullshit, you know, these like diets you see online, like, oh, if you go gluten-free, you're going to lose like 50 pounds in 6 months. I mean, can it happen? Is it possible? Yes, but it's not very likely. So I like to kind of reassure people that that's not the case. That a lot of these so-called like you know, gluten-free diets that people see are like a wonder cure for all things, like a wonder cure for illness. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. So the bottom line is, don't be an idiot like me. Don't be an idiot like me and, you know, gain, you know, 30 pounds. Because when I graduated high school, I was about 195. It's like, you know, I was about 195 when I graduated high school. Now I'm about 230. So I gained a lot of weight after high school. So don't be an idiot like me and, like, you know, gain all this weight back. It's like, you know, because I really miss being like 200 pounds. It's like, you know, and I really do miss that. I really do miss that shit, you know. So anyway, that's about it. Ooh, spark just flew. Anyway, so pretty fucking cool. Bye.